Today I want to talk to you about modifying and progressing through a push-up. Now I get this question asked all the time about how do I do a push-up during pregnancy and also postpartum. So what it actually comes down to is managing the intra-abdominal pressure. Okay, so that pressure inside your belly and listening to the feedback or information your body gives you. So if you get any doming or coning through your belly when you do a push-up, it means you're either not recruiting the muscles correctly, and I don't mean by clenching, sucking and tucking, I mean your abdominals are not correctly activating for the position that you're in. So of course they can't activate if you've got a belly out here and you're pregnant, your upper abdominals can't activate. So you need to modify accordingly. And same thing postpartum, your abdominals have been separated, so you need to make sure you don't get any abdominal coning or doming through your belly when you do a push-up. So I want you to try these different modifications, okay, depending on your situation and listening to the feedback your body gives you. So first of all is a standing push-up against the wall. So you simply have your feet hip-width apart, hands are at shoulder height, rolling the shoulders back, okay, and making sure your hands are wider than the shoulders, okay? So coming down, chest towards the wall, exhale as you come up. Now, as you do this, making sure that breath out happens as you push up is really important because you're not then keeping that air inside your belly. Okay, it has to come out so the core can naturally activate. Now, if you're postpartum, that's a great way to start. You also can progress postpartum, or if you're not getting any coning or doming during pregnancy, you might want to come up onto your toes. So we come up onto the toes, same position, out we go, exhale, up we come. Now again, listening to the feedback your body gives you. If you can't do about 5 reps of this without any straining or doming through your belly, you need to go back down to the feet on the ground. Now what's important as well is how far away your feet are positioned. So what you might want to do is also go into the next level, which is a bench, which is a little bit lower. So the further your feet are away and the further the bench is lower away, so I've got the back of a chair here, you're going to have more angle and more activation through the core. So if I'm positioned right out here with my feet out here, I've got a deeper activation of the core and it's actually higher up here in my abdominals. Okay, and that's not suitable during pregnancy because these abdominals are separated and not suitable if you have diastatis recti because they're not activating correctly. But when you bring your feet in a little closer and soften through the belly and breathe correctly, you're going to shift that activation to the lower belly. So here you might even want to do this on a kitchen bench. Similar thing, elbows come out, exhale as you come up. Inhale, exhale. So once again, if I'm feeling too much through my belly or if I'm seeing any coning or doming, you're going to bring the feet a little bit closer in. So it really does depend as well on the position of your feet and also your postural alignment. And everyone is different. Everyone has different length legs, different length arms. So there's not sort of one right or wrong or cookie cutter way. It's really adjusting and listening to your body. Now the next level is coming down onto your knees. So at this level, we're set up on our knees, and once again, it does depend on the position of your knees. So they're going to be hip width apart, hands are nice and wide, rolling the shoulders back, coming down, chest towards the chair, exhale on the way up. Okay, so making sure as well, again, if your feet are too far away or moving back with your knees too far away, you're going to have more pressure on the upper abdominals, which is not suitable during pregnancy or if you have diastasis recti. You want to shift that energy into the lower belly where it's better to activate. So if you're out here, this is fine if you've got functional diastasis or you're recovered. And again, you've got the chest down towards the chair. Otherwise, you're going to shift a little bit further in. You'll feel that shift happen through the belly, lower belly, coming down, exhale up. And as you do this, double check again, the elbows are flaring out, you're not snuggling the shoulders up towards the ears. Now the next level we're going to do is on the floor, so a floor push-up. So moving onto the floor, we're going to make sure, this is one of my favourite ways to do a push-up during pregnancy and postpartum, because you've got space for the belly and the belly can come for the ride. So it's important, again, you're not clenching, sucking and tucking. That is not the way we activate the core. The core is going to move when you move and activate when you move. So I love this position called the prayer push-up. So elbows come down towards the knees, exhale as you come up. And as you can see, when I come up, I'm in a tabletop position and I'm suction cupping my fingers into the mat, squeezing my elbows together and really working through the back of my arms. So this is a great tricep push-up and also a great way for a deep core breath. So activating the core from the inside out. Another option is tabletop position, hands come out again. So I'm in tabletop, I've got no pressure on the upper abdominals, I've got space for my belly to breathe, elbows flare out, so a bit more like a traditional push-up. Chest down, big exhale, snuggling shoulders away from ears. Now, if you're recovering postpartum and you want to move into a floor push-up, again, it depends on your knee position. So if I really shift my knees out behind me, I'm going to have more pressure on those upper abdominals. So this type of push-up is suitable if you don't have diastasis and also if you're not pregnant. So coming down, exhale up. But if you do this and you see doming or coning in your belly, simply shift your knees a little further forward, down and up. And then the last progression for push-ups is on your toes. So once again, this is something you do when you're fully healed postpartum, you have no doming or coning, and it's also not just about the separation of your belly, okay, it's also about the depth, okay? You can go back and look at my functional diastasis video, but we want to make sure you don't have that depth in the separation as well, because that means your deeper core hasn't healed. So this is the last resort, okay? This is the pinnacle that you reach when you're fully recovered from pregnancy and you've progressed up to this and you have no diastasis. So that's a push-up on your toes. And again, your breathing is really important as you do this. So hands are directly under the shoulders. You come up, making sure your shoulders are over your hands, snuggling the shoulders away from ears, pressure into the heels. And again, you might want to just check in the plank position also what is happening with your belly. If there's any doming or coning, it's not suitable. Chest comes down, exhale, up we come. Inhale, exhale. So making sure you're not ending up like this, or again, dropping down like this. That means you don't have the core stability. You come back onto your knees, or you try the other options on the wall or on the chair.